Well, that's a good site right there. I can tell you the last time we were here was 2 years ago when the USS Colorado was commissioned. And after 6 months, it's back from its mission here. It's Jimmy. Hi, everybody. We're at the US Sub Base here in Groton. Chris Zenden is here. Hi, Chris.
Hi,
Thank
everyone.
you for having us.
Our pleasure. Thanks for coming out for this wonderful event. Homecoming is always special.
Chris, it's always good to be here at the sub base, but days like this, they're so much better than deployments, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, you've got 137 sailors who have been out at the pointy end of the spear on behalf of our Navy and nation, and now they're going to be welcomed home by a couple hundred of family and friends who are bursting at the seams to have them come off that boat, give them a hug and kiss.
They are. The families are all behind us. They're well, I can give them a little bit. I mean, they're well behind us there, but we're out on the pier now. Sean's getting some of the video ready for our story at 5, but there's not a better story to capture because the families have been anticipating, Chris, for so long.
Well, and that is
seeing
the
their
toughest
loved
part
ones.
of today.
Right, yeah.
Today is all this anticipation over the months of the deployment builds, and yet when a submarine comes in, as you can see, she's moving slow. She'll make her approach on the pier. She'll moor. They've got to put over all the lines. Then they've got to put over a brow. Submarine, just like anybody who's been overseas, has got to clear customs. Trash from overseas has to come off. So the word of the day is patience.
Yes.
And having those families exercise patience can always be a challenge because they can't wait to see their sailor.
We're looking at they're a little far out there now, but we're looking at the flag, the Colorado flag. It's a little shaky there. I remember being at the commission, and you talk about, there's so much, patience is the virtue here, Chris, but it's a $1.6 billion piece of equipment, so I guess we understand that. So it's one of the things that you don't see this in too many other places. In Connecticut, you see submarines coming in and out of the Thames River, and here we have. So now it's being tugged in, right? And soon.
Right, she's operating on her power, but getting a little assistance from the tugs because submarine, again, built to be stealthy and great maneuverability under the water. On the surface, a little bit more challenging. So we get the luxury of having some tugs help her make that push so she can approach the pier and tie up safely. It's all about safety right now as she comes home.
6 months, Chris, deployed, and you talk to some of the families, and they're from all over the country. You see signs, and I talked to some from Pennsylvania, some from Ohio. You said there's somebody from Colorado.
Texas, and absolutely. We've got a young sailor from Centennial, Colorado, who's born and bred and serving aboard, and family here, excited to greet their sailor. But it's terrific. And while they're away doing missions that, of course, we can't talk about, that's the nature of the submarine force, we had a good number of sailors that qualified in what they're able to do and earn their qualifications in submarine warfare. So 5 officers and 21 sailors earned their qualifications, which takes a lot of time, effort, skill, and ability. And so that's another great achievement that families are going to be proud of when they see their sailor walk off. And those Dolphin qualifications is that shiny pin, either in silver or gold, that they wear on their dress uniform that shows that they are a qualified submariner.
Yeah, the operative word in everything you said, and we appreciate you talking with us, Chris, is pride.
Absolutely.
It's pride. So later this evening on the Fox 61 News at 5, Sean McKeever, photog Sean McKeever, who's out there now, getting some pretty pics, much better than mine. Hi, Neil. I know you're watching. We'll have more from the sub base in Groton and more on the return of the USS Colorado here in Groton. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys at around 5:30.